Give y'all a minute to get up in here. How y'all doing? Welcome to Freedom's March. Freedom lovers, freedom fighters, freedom family. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I'm having a great Wednesday because I'm on my way home to South Carolina for a long weekend. You know what I mean? So, I am going to thoroughly enjoy that. Give y'all a minute to get up in here, man. We know the algorithm ain't shit. Shot killings in the building. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at in the world. I'm going to get into a little bit of information that I got. It's kind of wild. Boy. This is not going to do well for Tesla stock. And, well, particularly Volkswagen, but when they find out, man, let me tell y'all something, man. It's gonna be something else. How y'all doing? Marcy T is in the building, I think. So just found out today that there was a shipment of EV cars crossing the pond on over to the United States. Volkswagen, I believe, Volkswagen EVs, electric vehicles. They were crossing the Atlantic, and it turns out salt water does not mix well with lithium. And so what happened was a wave of salt water crashed over the top of the ship where the EV cars were sitting, and they all just started exploding. You know what I mean? Just boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? The whole ship went down. Every car was destroyed. Yeah, man. Those are essentially time bombs waiting to go off, man. Especially if you live on the coast. You live on the coast, keep your EV cars away from the ocean. You understand what I'm talking about? Keep your EV cars away from the ocean, because them motherfuckers gonna explode, Pippin. But yeah, I just think that is interesting that they're pushing this whole electric vehicle stuff like it's just the bee's knees, and like, oh yeah, look, this is gonna replace gas vehicles and all this other shit, and they're pushing this environment, you know, bullshit, this environment narrative, this climate change narrative, which is completely asinine. We know what's going on with the climate. We know that they can manipulate the climate. They have demonstrated it in the past. They've been doing it since 1940 something. They have a handle on it now. Believe that to retrieve that. Okay. Arts, you know, all these things, and their answer to this, getting everybody out of the fuel vehicles, gas vehicles, and getting them into these electric vehicles. Let's not just talk about, right? Let's not just talk about the possibility of these lithium batteries, right? We're talking about huge lithium batteries. In order for the vehicles to have the range that they have, the batteries have to be huge. We're talking about a lot of lithium in these vehicles. But let's also talk about the huge electromagnetic field that is being created by these fully electric vehicles that's happening, right? You know what I mean? These electromagnetic fields can affect the human body in a not so positive way, especially depending on, you know, the the hertz, right? The frequency. So, you know, when electricity is going, you know, it operates at a certain frequency, you know, and we're talking about a huge electromagnetic field being created all around the car that we're engulfed in. And now we're also talking about these huge lithium batteries, right, that are highly volatile when it comes into contact with certain shit. And, you know, you guys can go ahead and pull up the video where you see this ship on fire, and then what's left is practically nothing, and the shit is sinking. So, you know, but they don't care. They don't care. The whole idea is to control what you can and can't do, right? To control what you own, control how you live, control how you get around. You know, there was this, I think Chevy is talking about coming out with electric vehicles that could take, where the police department could take control of your car and bring it to the police station, or if your car gets repossessed, the car will take itself. You know what I mean? Like, listen, they're telling you, oh, it's just for repossession. You know, if you fall behind in your payments and they got to repossess the car, that's all it's for. Yeah, that's what they're going to tell you, right? But if they have the ability to do that, they're going to use it whenever they feel like it, right? So, you know, these electric vehicles, man, like, they can miss me with that shit. I will never have me one of them motherfuckers. The closest thing I'll probably ever have to it, well, we already have our minivan is a hybrid, you know, but it's still a fuel vehicle, right? It's still fuel, and it only uses the EV during certain periods. But, you know, hey, fully electric vehicles, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. Yeah, man. But listen, they want you to believe that this renewable energy that they're talking about is just unlimited, and there is no way, form, or fashion that it could be a problem. But we see what happens when these damn electric vehicles run out of juice out on the road, right? They got to bring a damn generator out to charge your vehicle, or a gas generator to fuel your vehicle. And on top of that, you know, you're being serviced by a cat who's driving a gas vehicle. Okay, so the irony is not lost on me. That's for damn sure. But really, that's all I wanted to come on and talk about. Just give you guys a heads up. Electric vehicles, they're blowing up due to you know, the salt water coming into contact with the lithium batteries. So imagine with that knowledge what someone can do to your vehicle. Okay, you know what I mean? They get some salt water, and you piss them off. They get some salt water and fucking just dump all that shit on your fucking car, and now you got your shit's blowing up, right? You know, they can turn them shits off remotely. Listen, there's a reason they're pushing these things so hard. And it's not to save the fucking environment. I can tell y'all that right now. I can tell you that right now. They don't care about the environment. They really do not care about the environment. If they cared about the environment, right, they wouldn't clear all the trees to build the factories that create these goddamn that make the solar panels or make the batteries. I'm working in one such place right now where we're building a plant where they're going to build solar panels, and they had to clear trees, right? So what does that mean? They cleared the trees, they killed all the wildlife within those trees. I mean, listen, They don't really care about the environment. If they cared, they would not be wanting that to happen, right? They would not want that to happen. They take that shit to the desert somewhere. But, you know, hey, me, you know, yeah, you clear some trees in a little spot. Hey, there's plenty of trees out this way. Plenty of trees out here in Georgia, South Carolina, you know, the whole eastern seaboard. It is chock full of trees. But what I'm saying is, if they cared about the environment, they wouldn't want to rip up one tree to build these solar panels, to build these batteries. They wouldn't want to do it. But they're hypocrites, you know? Oh, one more thing before I go. Did you know your boy, well, not your boy, but 1 p.m., right? 1 p.m. in Israel wants to ban the gospel, okay? Wants to ban the Christian gospel. So if this bill passes, they introduce a bill to outlaw and illegalize preaching the gospel in Israel. So you can't do sermons, you can't preach it, books, whatever. You can't talk about Jesus. If you mention Jesus, you get in trouble. You know, so they own it. They really want to go after that. Yeah, the Israel. Yeah, they really going after that real hard. They do not want that gospel preached out there in Israel. So that's just to give you guys a heads up on that as well. And that's something else I want to talk about. But we know these people are. Listen, anybody that would try to make a law like that, that just tells you what type of people they are. Black Spring with Autumn is in the building. I see. How you doing? Yeah. I'm just talking about exploding vehicles. Well, exploding electric vehicles, and how Israel is trying to ban the gospel. So they don't want nobody preaching up in this up in that joint. You know what I mean? So hey, I mean, this is what we got, man. This is what we're dealing with. So how you doing, Sunshine? Sunshine in the building. So just keep an eye on that stuff. Just keep an eye on that stuff, man. And I thought it'd be interesting to bring it to you guys' attention. You know, ain't really got. I mean, again, there's a lot of shit going on. Trump still hasn't been arrested, right? They keep pushing his arrest date back. Hey, you know, they keep pushing the arrest date back. Like, you know, if only that were the case with other people they wanted to arrest, right? No, we're not going to arrest you today. But we're going to wait. Let's wait a couple of days. We want to make sure the timing's right. You know what I mean? So go ahead and be free. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, he'll be arrested when Hillary's arrested. Yep, PSYOP indeed is what it is. Black Spring Autumn. And listen, I knew that shit. How could it be anything but a PSYOP when Trump is telling you, I'm going to get arrested on Tuesday? You know what I'm saying? Distraction. You know, because listen, the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of shit that Trump can be arrested for outside of hush money, okay? There's a lot of shit, like I said before, that every single fucking politician could be arrested for it. Every cop could be arrested for it. Every judge could be arrested for it. Every mayor. All these people that work tirelessly every day to extract wealth from the people in order to create laws that would further enslave the people and just extort the shit out of them, right? I call them extortion laws. They're all criminals, exactly. They're all criminals. They all conspire to deprive you of your rights. They all actually, most of them, you know what I'm saying, particularly the enforcers, they actually, you know, They actually violate your rights. They actually deprive you of your rights. Those people should be placed under arrest. Point blank and period. These people commit treason every time you turn around. They commit treason on the people, right? But they want to call Edward Snowden a traitor. They want to say he's committed treason. They want to say, what's that dude name? Julian Assange. They want to say he committed treason, right? Simply for doing the right thing by the people. Because at the end of the day, it's about consent of the people. You know what I'm saying? And if someone has information to give to the people that would then make the people remove their consent, they don't want that. They want to act like those people are traitors. They need to be killed. Oh, you know, Mike Pompeo, that motherfucker wanted Edward Snowden dead last week. He wanted Edward Snowden dead 2-3 years ago, whenever it happened. So we know what's up with these people, right? And Trump getting arrested for Stormy Daniels hush money, like, come on, man. Come on. They could have found something a little bit more solid than that. They could have, listen, if they dig deep enough, they could find something a little more solid than that. And what about, again, the Lolita Express guests? The people that flew on the Lolita Express that then flew over to Epstein Island. Where are those arrests? Why haven't we heard about that? Right? Why haven't we heard about all these celebrities, all these politicians that participated in that nasty shit? Why haven't we heard about it? These motherfuckers still walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like they're so full of shit. Again, the Twitter executives that went, you know, in front of Congress. Where are their arrests at? Where's Hillary Clinton's arrests? Where's Bill Clinton's arrests? They didn't arrest Tricky Dick, did they? They didn't arrest Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick did not get arrested. Yep, Prince Andrew. These people, they look out for each other. They stay on code. And they ensure that they protect it. You know what I mean? They listen. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know, they're full of, you know, this whole thing is filled with people. I hate when big ass trucks try to get over in the fast lane and get around. Listen, you're a slow ass truck. Stay your ass in the slow lane. But these people, man, these systems, the elite class is chock full of nasty, perverted, swindling, thieving, conniving, murderous individuals, and they all know it. They all know who they are. They all know it. They all have, listen, they all have that dead man switch, okay? They all know. They all have the dirt. They all know where the bones are buried, right? They all know. And so this is what keeps them in power. This is what keeps them on code. Mutually assured destruction. Mutually assured destruction is what it is. Right? They all know. They know. Trust me. They know where the bones are buried. They know where to go. They know whatever. They got the evidence. They probably got safes in an underground bunker somewhere full of documented evidence that there would be no shadow of a doubt that these people are nasty as nasty as in murderous and thieving as they claim other people are, right? And it's just what it is, right? And listen, when they do these stats, criminal crime stats and all this other shit, they're leaving out an element, okay? They're leaving out an element of individual, right? They're leaving out a demographic of people, right? You know when they do the crime stats, the FBI crime stats, black people, 14% of the population, 50% of the blah blah bullshit, the white this and the, you know, all those they are missing a class of people. They're missing a demographic of people that probably have a lot more murder. Well, they definitely have a lot more murder and violent crimes on their hands than everybody on that FBI crime list. But they're not going to be included on the list because it's sanctioned murder, it's sanctioned robbery, it's sanctioned extortion. It's all sanctioned. It's sanctioned pedophilia. It's sanctioned child abuse. It's sanctioned R-word. It's all sanctioned. Sanctioned drug dealing. Sanctioned, everything is sanctioned. So they're not going to include it, right? They're not going to include it. And trust me, these people of all colors, right? You know, mostly one color more than another, of course. They have more murder, they have more blood on their hands than all the people on that list combined. Yeah. I would definitely, I stand on that. But you know where they want you to focus. They want us to focus on this division. They want us to destroy family. They want us to destroy, they don't want us to destroy it. They want to destroy it, but use us as proxies to destroy our own communities, to destroy our own families, right? We know what they're doing. We know what they're doing with drag time, story hour, and all this bullshit. We know what they're doing with the books in the schools. I just heard a guy reading a book from a middle school library that was talking about eating vagina in S&D, okay? Using the actual words and the derogatory terms for male and female private parts. But this is what it is, man. It's sanctioned. I would go as far as to say that's child abuse. I would go as far as to say, listen, that's child sexual abuse. To have those books in that school for those children to have access to, you're trying to groom them and, you know, impress upon them this idea that, oh, you can be sexual at any age, you can have sex with anybody, you can S a D and lick a V and all these other things, and you can do this, you can do that. They're grooming your children in the books, they're grooming your children in the schools, and they're trying to shame us for driving gas vehicles while they have fucking electric vehicles blowing up on ships. They don't even care anymore. They don't even care. They don't even care how sloppy their subterfuge is. Their subterfuge is so sloppy, it needs to be called a bufterfuge, okay? Forget, no, it's not subterfuge anymore. It's a bufterfuge, because they don't give a shit. Because they know that, hey, man, you know, people are in their tablets, they're in their phones. You know, the conspiracy theorists sound crazy. Even if we're... How many times do we have to be proven right about the pandemic? How many times? How many times do we have to be proven right about the pandemic? How many times do we have to be proven right about the banking system, which is on the verge of collapse, regardless of what they say? I don't care what they say about, oh, well, people have confidence in the small banks again, and trying to act like it's the small banks that people don't have faith in. The small banks? You see, a lot of people panicked, took out their money from the small banks, started putting it in the big banks, right? And then I guess less people are doing that at you know what I mean? But I would believe it's the opposite, right? Or even credit unions. Hell, my money's in the credit union. Whatever money I have in there, I don't put a lot of money in the banks. Fuck that. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not going to give you financial advice. But I know what I did. I know what I do every time some shit crack, and I know what I do every time the price of the value of gold and silver dips. I know what I do then, right? Oh, and then the whole Bitcoin thing, right? Oh, that's another situation. Oh, well, the Bitcoin went up. Bitcoin's going up. It's skyrocketing. They want you to have all this faith in this Bitcoin stuff, right? They want you to have all this faith in the Bitcoin. Oh, well, you do mine Bitcoin, and you just do it online with a lot of processing power. Okay, well, if you want to say that, to justify why it's so valuable, okay, they data mine it. Okay, all right, they find it in the corner somewhere on a computer or software, whatever. I don't know how it works, but yeah, a lot of people made millions and billions of dollars on Bitcoin because they bought Bitcoin when it was 1 cent. You know what I'm saying? And that's per. Hey, some people became millionaires. Hey, I ain't got no problem with that. I'm not hating on that. But if you don't have that amount of Bitcoin already, where these people were buying a coin for 50 cents and they bought hundreds of coins and they're now billionaires, I mean, that's not going to happen again, right? I think it's at 26 or 27,000. Last time I saw, it was at 26,000. You're not, unless it dips way down. I'm talking about way down. It had to go down back into the single digits, and then it comes back up. But right now, like, yeah, it shot up, and now it's too late. It's too late for me to buy it at a very low point and make a shitload of money off of it because it's skyrocketing. I mean, how much higher can it go? How much higher can it go for real? You know, yeah, it's a one coin is a lot of money, but how much higher can it go from here? It can drop way down. You know, it has unlimited potential when it comes to dropping. But how much upward potential does it have? I mean, that's how I think of it. I'm not telling y'all what to think about Bitcoin. I'm telling you what I think. But what I do know is gold and silver and other resources, and actual resources like land, water, food, those type of things, you know, bang bang bullets, that type of shit. Freedom seeds, yeah, to me that's a lot more valuable than a Bitcoin to me. Yeah, you can buy a lot of shit. If you had 30 Bitcoin, if you have 30 Bitcoin and you bought Bitcoin way down there, yeah, you banging now, but you know. And how quickly can you convert that shit? And who's going, let's say you want to exchange your Bitcoin and just get all dollars for it. How quickly can you turn that over? And who's actually going to turn that over for you? Right? These are things I think about. Okay, what if I want to take one whole Bitcoin, or hell, let's say I have 100 Bitcoin. I want to take 10 Bitcoin and convert it to dollars. How easy is that? I have no idea. I've never done it. You know? Not knocking people who believe in Bitcoin and all that shit, but hey, I'm telling you what I think, and I'll tell you how I'm rolling. That's not how I'm rolling. That's not how I'm rolling. And yeah, I like tangible shit. Tangible shit always works out well. Tangible shit that has value, that you know has value, right? Because let's face it, even with gold and silver, if shit went down and people were going hungry because there was some type of shit hit the fan scenario and now it's about survival, they're going to take water. A bottle of water is going to be a lot more valuable, excuse me, than an ounce of gold. But once things start to settle and reestablish, that's when that gold and that silver is going to be a lot more valuable. When people start trading amongst each other again, and they can use that gold as a store of value. This motherfucker right here. So that's how I think about it. It doesn't hurt to have gold and silver. But what works even better, in those freedom seeds, that's gonna be shit. That might be just as valuable as water. Might be just as valuable as water and food. Because you're gonna have to protect your storage. You're gonna have to protect your items. You're gonna have to protect your goods. You're gonna have to defend your goods. Not just from other human beings, but from wild animals, right? Wild animals are gonna come through. They're gonna smell your food. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to defend your shit. Freedom seeds. I get freedom seeds I used to get freedom seeds on the regular. Then I lost all my shit in a boating accident. So now I have no need to have freedom seeds. But when I did have a need for freedom seeds, I have a subscription service that once I reach a certain level of value of ammunition, they'll send me my ammunition. Or you could just store it there and you can trigger a shipment whenever you feel like it. So you can set it to where you can trigger a shipment for once you reach $100 or $200, or you can just let everything build up as much as you want and have everything shipped at once. It's up to you. Or however much you want shipped. Ammo squared. Freedom seeds or bullets. You say it to kind of trick the algorithm, to kind of trick the algorithm into, because, they don't like you talk about certain shit. But I at this point, I don't really care, But anyway, if you guys just got in here, I was talking about how a cargo ship that were carrying electrical vehicles across the pond blew up because the lithium batteries in the cars came into contact with salt water. And so dozens of EVs, electric vehicles, blew up on the boat, and the boat ended up sinking. That's a lot of money lost. So there you have it for those electric vehicles. Does that make you guys feel all warm and fuzzy about that shit? Or what? Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna hop over here for now. Just until I navigate through this goddamn these Atlanta highways, these Atlanta freeways, because it's easy to get. It's easy to miss an exit around here. So anyway, much love, guys. I'll probably come back during the last leg of my my road trip in a couple hours, but we'll see. Much love. Thank you guys for coming through. Man, y'all stay marching forward toward freedom, man, because we need every boot on the ground with that in mind, all right? So, love you guys. Peace out.